Hi everyone, let's focus on my preferred and alternative low time frame and micro scenarios, including potential trading setups. Starting with my preferred scenario, where this is a WXY in a bigger A, looking for a three-wave structure in wave B, as wave B in an expanding flat has to be a three-wave structure, before then an impulsive move to the downside in wave C. This then creates an expanding flat being an A, B, C wave structure, where on the long side, this wave Y had a target box between the 1 and the 1.236, which could end this wave A. We had this long setup over here, lettering the longs in this target box, stop loss below, trading it to the upside, first profits taken, stop loss most likely at break even. Of course, everything here educational, there's no financial advice. This is all based on Elliott Waves on the Bitcoin chart. And any potential short setup is for this wave B expanding flat to enter potential shorts in this area, stop loss above the 1.618, as that is a rare target for an expanding flat, and then trading it to the downside. Something that I think is important to know is the double top level at 28.8k. We have this high over here, another high over here, and actually a third high, like a triple top over here as well, which means there is liquidity resting above these highs. And in my opinion, it is very likely that these highs at some moment in time are going to be taken. If we then look at the micro scenario, that is basically part of this low time frame scenario, we are zooming in to what is happening over here. So if I remove some of the clutter and we zoom into, let's say, the 50-minute time frame, then this is the scenario that is matching the lower time frame scenario I just mentioned. So we have a move to the upside, which is a zigzag structure, and then a W. Then when I made the video yesterday morning, we started to create some bearish divergences here as well, basically creating the potential trading setup to the short side, stop loss above this high, main target to be this target box as mentioned yesterday as well, for then a potential W over here, then an X, and then eventually a wave Y to the upside. Now, just like we have the double top over here together with this high, price at the moment on the lower side over here created a double bottom right in this target box. Now, this target box, by the way, the levels are between 27,870 and 27,755, and it created a double bottom. So what could be interesting is price to come down once more, take the liquidity, but close above, and then finding its way to the upside, which would then finish potentially this wave X as well. But of course, we have to see what the reaction is going to be if price moves below this level, because I also have another scenario, which is the alternative. So currently, this is my preferred scenario on the micro. So a W looking for an X. This might already be X, but if this is like, this might be a 3-3, and then like this looks like a 5-wave structure. So this could be one structure, another one, and then eventually another 3-wave structure, taking the liquidity below before we then moving to the upside. But in a wave X for this potential trading scenario, longs are laddered in this area. The stop loss is below this wick low over here, trading it to the upside to then again around the 30k level. So if we then go to my alternative scenario on the low time frame, I will zoom out again just a little bit. And in this particular scenario, this is a WXYXZ. And in this scenario, a WXYXZ means that the most common target for wave Z is over here between the 1 and the 1.236, which is basically between the low that wave Y made and the 1.236 at 26.9k. Also a nice confluence with this target box over here that we haven't hit yet. So the wick of this wave Y was just above the target box that you see on the chart right now, which is from 27,162 to 26,936. And usually I do like to see them hit for a bounce, but here we actually missed out. Now, if this is a WXYXZ, the most common target for wave Y is the 1-to-1, taken from the high of 5 to the low of W to the high of X, which has been respected very nicely indeed. And currently, price is bouncing on the 0.618 trend-based fib extension from the high to the low of W to then the high of wave X, which is a rare target for a wave Z, because again, the most common target is between the 1 and the 1.236. The potential trade over here, of course, if price moves to the downside, then the long scenarios over here are going to be invalidated because it's going to hit the stop loss below the low. But then we, of course, have basically another scenario where potential longs can be laddered in this area, stop loss below these lows for then a move to the upside. And if we then go to the micro scenario, that could potentially support this scenario. However, in this micro scenario, we're not looking for wave Z down here, because we're basically looking for this, where we do have wave A in. But then the follow-up after this wave A is this going to be a 3-wave structure, then a 3-wave in an expanding flat or a regular flat, and then eventually an impulsive move to the upside. So in this scenario, the low is made over here for wave A in an ABC. But because this move up is a 3-wave structure, we have 2 potential scenarios. We can have a 3-3-3, which is a WXY scenario, as I've already shown on the micro, or we have a 3-3-5 scenario, which is a flat. So we have to take this into account. We have to think about this, right? It needs to be an alternative at least. So in this scenario, price will take the low over here, and then most likely, of course, hit this target box for then a potential long scenario to ladder the longs in this area, stop loss below, and then eventually trading it to the upside. This is my alternative scenario for one important reason, and that has to do with also the CVD over here. So if we look at the CVD, market buys, market sells, what you can see at the moment is price is making a higher high here on the chart, but the yellow line has made a lower low on the chart, which is a bullish divergence. And also the blue line over here, the CVD in blue, also made a lower low while price is making a higher low. So both have bullish divergences going on. However, I would still like to see at least this double bottom taken before potentially a move to the upside. And of course, CVD can be leading. It's definitely not 100% guarantee that it plays out, just like anything really in trading. So I hope this video was helpful or valuable to you. I'd like to thank you for watching and subscribing, and I will see you at the next one. Bye bye.